Well, greetings, City Church family and friends. Today is May the 18th, and we're in our series, Partnering with the Holy Spirit. Today, we're looking at John chapter 15, verse 26. Jesus says this. He says, the Helper is going to come. I am going to go to the Father, and proceeding from the Father is the Holy Spirit that is going to come to you, and he's going to bear witness of me. We see this in a long track of teachings that Jesus gives in John 14, 15, and 16, where he's talking about the Holy Spirit, that he's going to go back to the Father, and then the Holy Spirit's going to come. And so one of the things I always say is when you look at the day of Pentecost, one of the things that was very exciting to the disciples when the Holy Spirit came, yes, the power, tongues, all the great things, but at that moment, they knew that Jesus had made it back to the Father. And it was the promise of the Father that the Holy Spirit would come. And now the Holy Spirit is with us to bear witness to Jesus. And it uses that word in John 15, 26. It says that the advocate is going to come, that the helper is going to come. Some translation, the counselor is going to come. That word in the Greek is the word paraclete. And it means that it says in that verse that he will give you the spirit of truth, that he is the counselor. He is going to give you the advice, if you would. If you would even let me use the word paraclete, it's like an advisor to come to give you advice, counsel, direction. How? By the spirit of truth. And that advice that the Holy Spirit gives you is the exact representation of Jesus. It's what he would do if he was in this situation. It is the thoughts that he would have in that moment. It's the decisions that Jesus would make in that moment, because he said, I'm going to send another that's just like me, Jesus said. And it was the Holy Spirit. And he's the perfect representation of Jesus, who bears witness to Jesus, who's part of the Godhead, the Trinity, that lives inside of each one of us. So the Holy Spirit has come to be my advocate, to be my paraclete, to be my counselor. He lives inside of me. And when I pay attention, when I listen to the Holy Spirit, he will guide me into all truth, and he will bear witness of what Jesus would say, do, respond, and act in every situation in my life. And one of the things that I tell people so often is we look to Jesus often for the major decisions. You know, where am I going to live, or who am I going to marry? And yes, you should be following the Holy Spirit for every one of those decisions in your life. But he is your counselor. He wants to be involved in every aspect of your life. And when you let the advice, if you would, the counsel of the Holy Spirit, the Spirit of truth, to come in every area of your life, you will see the success of God and the power of the kingdom in every aspect of your life, because he is your paraclete. He is your counselor. He is your helper.